Hi, everybody. Radical Gardener. Oh, let me check the mic. There we go. Hi. Okay, what is today? Thursday? I don't know what the date is again. Isn't that awful? Well, it's the Thursday after Easter. I'm not going to panic. I have it right here. Why is it so important we know the date? We shouldn't be following this kind of calendar anyway. All right, it looks like it's the 25th. And I lost another pound. So that's good. I think I'm at 38 pounds now. Thank you, C60. All right, it's overcast today. It's, a little bit cool. I was out there all day yesterday. You'll see why and what I did. And Teresa Costello, she was here with her landscaping partner and helping, and it just did some really nice work. But we'll talk about that in just a minute. But speaking of the C60, you guys, where's my gray hair? Look, where's my gray hair? Like, this is my hair grown in right up to here. It's brown. Look it. I know it's a shock or two that I dyed my hair this color, but look, where is it? It's gone. It is gone. My gray hair is gone. Yeah, so pretty cool. I'm going to start putting in my eyes tonight. I want off with these glasses, so I'm going to start working at it. I've got a little gray left here, but you can see that's turning dark too. Now I'm going to go back to my natural color. What the hell? I'm going to live it up. Okay. So, let's talk about potato houses. There used to be, back in the day, potato houses, and this is an article from Wood Prairie Family Farm, and the article is Another Hard Winter for Old Northern Maine Potato Houses. Old style, Aroostook County potato houses, local vernacular for a building used to store potatoes, were multi-level structures and either built into the side of a hill or heavily mounted up with soil as insulation. So there you go. People were building into hills. If not to live in them, then they were using them for storage. So the earth houses are nothing new. I mean, they've definitely been improved on. They're pretty damn cool. We really looked at them, but they're expensive. Okay. So, when it came time to sell the potatoes, no, let me back up. Trucks loaded with barrels full of potatoes would back through the barn doors pictured here on the upper level. And it's just really like kind of a shacky looking barn thing. The barrels were rolled off the truck and dumped into bins below, ranging in height from 12 to 20 feet deep. When it came time to sell the potatoes, they were shoveled by hand using a 13-tin potato fork from the bottom of the bin onto a grading line where potatoes were racked over rocks and coals, removed and typically loaded back into barrels and hauled to street buyers or bagged into 100-pound burlap sacks. So, God, it's weird that they would use a fork, because that would... Man, if you didn't do that right, you would be puncturing all kinds of holes into those potatoes. On-farm, old-style, multi-level potato houses had their heyday in decades past when modest-sized family potato farms were common and farm labor was plentiful and relatively inexpensive. In response to thinner and thinner margins in potato farming, remaining farms have grown significantly larger. Modern potato storages have shifted over to single-level, above-ground, insulated, sprawling structures that can handle large volumes and allow efficient, mechanized movement of potatoes with minimized labor. In a heavy snow year with deep accumulations of snow like northern Maine has had this winter, the old, unused potato houses have an increased likelihood of buckling and collapsing under snow load. The last old in-ground potato house on our road, similar to the one pictured, collapsed under snow load a few winters back. This week, our snow cover began rapidly melting. Streams and rivers are full with transformed snow, and our fields are beginning to be visible once again. So their snow is just melting, and I know that because of one of the subscribers who's been subscribed almost from the beginning of this channel. She lives in northern Maine. She's got great property out there, and she sent me pictures, and there was still a lot of snow. Okay. All right. So here, I'll show you this picture, and then we're going to go outside, and I'll show you what happened out there. Well, partially. I'll show you the rest tomorrow. So this is what they're showing. Oh, I'm sorry, that's in the way. Let me kind of make that. Let me make that a little bit better for you. You see that? See? That's what they look like. So let's head out. And Teresa Costello, she has a gardening business. And so I asked her to help me with these edible pots, just for some ideas. And oh my gosh, you should see what she did. So, whoops. Be nice if I can see things are turning green now. Well, first of all, look at the curb, you guys. So it's ready for planting now. That's all even, beautiful soil, and I start planting in it tomorrow. Also, you can see transplanted some of the rhubarb. You can see it over there. And everything's coming in, starting to come in, right? Yeah, that creeping Jenny, boy, that's really going to town. So this is its third year. Remember, sleep, creep, leap. So its third year, it will leap. It will really grow. All right, so check this out. Here are my edible pots. So I live in the city, and even though I grow food in my front yard, I try to be incredibly creative about it, so it just looks like it's more an English garden. But you can see there's arugula, kale, lettuce, but get a load of this. We have peas, climbing peas, and she put in the pussy willows so the peas can climb up it. How clever is that? I love these. Are they beautiful or what? So an edible pot, right? Perfect for the neighborhood, right? The fussy neighbors. And then the same on this side. Isn't that great? And then we're going to put in edibles in a couple of the baskets around here. And of course, lots of flowers for the butterflies. But you see, my window boxes are also. Now, what is this thing, you ask? Found it in the garbage. And that is going to be like a fountain pond. And I'm going to put in pond plants and a couple little fish. And it even has a hose coming out of the bottom. Can you stand this? So I'm going to paint it and work on that this weekend. Isn't that great? But look how pretty those pots are. Just really springy, right? And again, the peas will just climb up into the pussy willow. I'm so pleased with this. Here, I'll go around to the side. I got to show you what I found. I just think rhubarb's one of the most beautiful plants, and just because it's food doesn't make it any less pretty, right? Okay, let's go over here. This was a lot of work yesterday. I cleaned this all up. All right, so I just got new soil in. But, you can use chicken wire to protect from squirrels, but I don't want metal on my, to really leach in my food. And no, that's not metal. That's actually, can't remember what that's made of. It's not aluminum. Anyways, it's plastic. Okay, so this, look at this. This is, first of all, it's green, so you don't see it very well. But it's really pliable, and it's like a plastic. And so I have these little pegs, like this, holding it down. So you only have to do that once. Everything will just grow through these. So that's it. So I did my peas. That's the last of the peas. That's where the Cascadia peas, because they wanted to be planted a little later in the spring. And so I'm using my window wells for planters. And then I've got all my little bits that I find on the side of the road. And there'll be plants and herbs and everything. I usually plant herbs in all these smaller pots. But here, on this milk crate, and I'm going to plant my onions in it, and I put gravel on the bottom and filled it up with dirt. That's going to be really cool. And I have that metal tray, so I just use that. So I'll be planting onions this weekend. I have to do root vegetables this weekend. I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. And I'll do herbs in there. So it's just things I find and use in the garden. But I'm really pleased with all of this. I can't believe that rhubarb. I mean, we moved it yesterday. Look at it. It's just happy. Unbelievable. A closer look at the window boxes. Look at this. There's a lot of food in these. Isn't that great? And of course, I can move the flowers for next year. Pretty, huh? Yeah. Okay. So, back in the house. And the pussy willow, it roots while it's in those pots. It grows roots. So I have it growing over on the side of the house. So I even get to keep that. All right. Back in the house. Macaroni. The Great Houdini I'm getting outside. A little stinker. No, the wood stove isn't done yet. It's going to be done next week. Okay, let's get back on here. Here we go. There we go. Well, pretty exciting, huh? Yeah, it's coming together really, really quick. So pleased. So I just wanted to share all that with you. Oh, I get the proof copy of my book, which means I'm this close to being done and going back in the studio tomorrow. Well, I'm not going in the studio. Actually, I'm going to be Skyping into the studio, and we're just going to go through now and nitpick any little mistakes. It's all been recorded. So, yeah. And then I'm meeting with a guy on Monday, and we're going to see about turning my play We Are Not Good Girls into an episodic series, so where there's episodes. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's it. All right, you guys. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'll be in the garden. Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. You know I'm sending you a ton of love. I love you all. Please give me a thumbs up, and share the video. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. Okay, bye.